All right, welcome back to playoff edition of Study Ball. And I thought this week I would dive into some of the repeat matchups that we have coming in Super Wildcard Weekend. I'm going to start with Dallas Cowboys, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 4-5 seed in the NFC. They played the first week of the season. Tampa wins 19-3, kind of dominated that game on both sides. Couldn't put the ball in the end zone, but did a lot of good things. So let's dive into Tampa's offense against Dallas's defense. Let's take a look at some of the things that Tom Brady likes to do, some of the things that they had success with, and some of the things that they're going to have to do this time around to be successful against this Cowboys defense, because there were some areas that this Cowboys defense exploited them, specifically in the red zone. But let's dive back into game one and give you guys something to peek at on Monday night. All right, so let's start right here. And we're going to start with a play that I call Tom's favorite. It's a play that they ran in New England a lot, and he's taken it and brought it to Tampa. All right, what is this play? So it's a little bit different than what they did in New England, but they're going to run a little one step here and a little one step out here. Then they're going to run seams right here. So these things can bend a little bit depending on the coverage. And then they're going to run the inside guy on a hook choice combination right there. All right, so this is what it's going to look like when they run this play. And they run it out of a lot of different formations, run it a lot of different ways. And so really what's the design here? All right, goal is we're looking to see if we get middle closed. So one guy in the middle of the field. If that's the case, we're going to look to go seam to seam, and then we can always recover outside to our one steps if the corners fall back, if we don't like the seams, or we can work to the inside and work this choice at any point in time. So here, Tom's going to come back. He's going to read the safety who's coming over, and he's going to try to drive it in here to Mike Evans. All right, they missed this opportunity right there. Okay, but just want you to see it, okay? So corners playing off, okay? Could easily just take these right now and live with it. But this is a play that they like to run over and over again. You're going to see this a lot on Monday night. Okay, so their complement off of that play is going to be this play. Now we're going to motion our back again out to the outside. Last time we motioned him to the two receiver side. This time we're going to motion him to the one receiver side. And we're going to run a concept that looks very similar. So we're going to have the one step, and then we're going to show the seams here. But instead of running seams, we're going to run hooks right there. Inside guy, going to do the same thing and work away late. So if you want to carry the seams like we saw on the last play, then you throw this adjustment in there. Okay, so we're going to carry the seams. You want to carry the seams. Look what we got. We got a match. We got a match. We got a match. These guys want to carry high on the seam. Boom. These are the throws that we want to make right here. And you see it right there, hitting this one to Julio Jones. But a nice little adjustment. And you're going to see variations of this play numerous times. Here we go again. Now, back goes out to the two receiver side. What do we got? Same thing. One step's on the outside, seam, seam, and then our little choice route to the inside. So this time you see Dallas, again, carrying the seams, dropping this guy down into the inside, and then we're going to play a one high from there. So we've seen Tom work the seams one time. Here he's trying to work the seams. Actually, I'm thinking here, this safety stays over to that side. Probably should work back to this seam right here instead of trying to hit this seam. But regardless, he tries to work the seams off the middle closed. Doesn't have it. Comes right back down to his one-on-one who's bouncing out. Again, misses an opportunity right here. And so this was kind of the theme and been the theme for Tampa offensively all years. Some options, some opportunities there that just aren't quite smooth, and they're not quite hitting all of them. But I just wanted to show you this play because this is a play that you're going to see numerous times, and Tom's really good at reading it and running it. Just, again, not very efficient in this game, but now we're going to see it, and you'll notice, right? Every other time they were an empty set, now we've got our back in the backfield, but you're going to see the exact same play. One step, seam, seam, and instead of that choice, now the back is going to replace into the middle. Here we go. All right, kind of that same look. These guys are running out of there, kind of into a two high. This guy's dropping down into the middle, and then they're playing four guys underneath. So, right, we've got these guys playing, hard corners, okay? As those safeties fly out, what we really want to do is we really want to read this guy here. He's kind of a high Tampa player. This is what I call high cover two. So they're going into a cover two. That guy's playing in the high area. Very similar if anybody's familiar with Tampa 2. Tampa 2 is usually the Mike linebacker in two, running out to one side or the other. This guy's not here. They're playing a cover two look, and he's replacing the middle. Now this high two, instead of having to run the Mike linebacker, we're just going to drop this safety in, and we're going to play, in essence, cover two against it. We're just a little bit weaker underneath. So we want to read this middle guy right here like we would a middle safety. He goes this side. We want to try to wrap this. If he goes the opposite side, we want to try to wrap this, and then we replace underneath to our back. Okay, so here you see, guy goes over there, maybe has a shot to wrap this here, but we're getting depth, drop it down to your back right here. But it's a play you're going to see out of a lot of different formations. They're going to run in different ways. They're going to have complements for it, but a play that they're going to run quite a bit as they did in the first meeting between these two teams. All right, next thing that, right, Tom Brady has seen every defense known to man. All right, so the key is when you're playing against him defensively, you're trying to hold your coverages. So if you guys see this right here, it looks like a one high defense here. Maybe a man because we're pressed here. This safety coming down looking like he's covering man right there, and possible pressure look with this guy walked up. Micah Parsons on the edge right there, but key against Tom. You got to try to fool Tom. Hard to do, but look at this. On the snap, boom, what do they do? Run back to cover two. Run back to cover two. Here's what I was talking about with the Tampa. Instead of the high player dropping in, now they got the Mike linebacker running out. These corners, instead of playing man, they're playing hard cover two right there, and then you've got your two other backers underneath. So fooling Tom, all right? So we're going to come out here with a play called combo, a slant and a flat. Okay, this is a play that we like against cover one, or we like this against middle closed, because right here, if we got this look, we'd push up on the slant, and we'd feel like we've got this flat here because we've got good distance between this safety and our flat runner. But you're going to notice we go to Tampa 2. What's that mean? That means this guy falls off to the flat. This guy's in position to take away the slant. We don't like it against cover two, but they fooled Tom here. As he comes out, oh shoot, we got cover two, an errant throw because he realizes at the last second he's not where he wants to be. So really, we get cover two. We're thinking this little hook or stick to the backside. You see the little window right there is really what Tom should be thinking, but they fooled him, and that's going to be key. Can you fool him? How many times can you fool Tom Brady, the guy that's seen everything with coverages like this, but they do a great job until the ball's almost in his hands, and then they're running out to cover two and force an errant throw right there. So that's going to be key, is to be able to handle the pressure, be able to catch them off guard or force them out of their coverages sooner. So here's what you see. This next one, you see how it snapped real quick. Why? Because Tampa said, hey, we're going to go tempo now. If they're going to try to mess with me on the defensive side and they're going to try to hold their coverages, we're going to come up and snap it quick. So they're going to come up and snap it quick, and you see they're trying to get back to that same thing. They're trying to run back to that Tampa 2 once again, but you see all these guys are in bad positions right here. And so now Tom comes out, boom, get the ball out of your hands. Let's go make a play. These guys are running out of here. Nobody's in really good position, and let's attack them that way. And what it does is now next time we get up to the line of scrimmage, these guys are saying, oh, I better get back there now. I better get to my position. And now Tom can see what they're doing, and he can attack them. So be ready for a little bit of tempo in this game by Tom Brady and the Bucs to try to force Dallas out of trying to disguise what they're doing. All right, see it right here, right? This looks exactly like what we saw before. We've got the press down here. This guy's off now. This safety's dropped down. This safety's in the middle of the field. So it looks exactly like what they were in when they ran back to cover 2. So I want you to watch Tom Brady right here. Okay? Tom Brady. All right, we're going to go back to the beginning here. Just watch Tom. All right, Tom's getting up there. He's ready to snap it quick. Watch him put his hands up. Put the foot up. Hey, give him a cadence. We're trying to get them to go. Why is he doing that, right? He's doing that because he wants to see if they're going to get impatient and run back to another coverage. Show me something. I'm going to try to pretend like I'm getting the snap, see if I can get them to lean a little bit. And you'll notice, nobody on the defense does anything, right? So what's Tom do? Okay, this is the universal sign for Tom when he's alerting a play. He puts his hand to his helmet, kind of his pointer fingers to his helmet, and letting everybody know, hey, alert, alert, alert. Okay, I was going through my cadence, trying to see if they were going to run back to a cover 2 to know whether we're going to hand the football off or we're going to throw it. Nobody moved. All right, I'm going to alert it because I think they're staying in man here, and you're going to see what happens. They come out with the exact same play that we were talking about, right? Slant and a flat. And then on this side, they're running the quick out and the stick right here. The last time we said they ran to cover 2. You don't like the slant flat against cover 2. You'd work down on the bottom. This time, he knows he's got man because nobody rotated, and here's exactly what he wanted to get the last time, right? Corner off. This guy's trying to chase the flat. Now I know what I've got because I've got that distance once again right here, and I know that I'm getting man-to-man coverage. Boom. Get it out. Get it to your playmaker. Turn the corner. Get a positive play. So you're going to see Tom use the cadence a little bit, okay, to try to force these guys into showing their hand a little bit. And then he's got the alert, gets the ball out when he knows he's got one-on-one on the outside. All right, another way to slow down the blitz, another way to get them into what they want to be in quicker, or instead of alerting it, we're just going to add the RPO, right? So we've got the 2-man combination going here. So if I feel, right, showing a 2-high safety. If I feel or if I see on the snap, one of these guys drop in as this safety's going to drop in. He's coming down to help in the run game. Boom, I'm just going to pop it out to my guys on the outside. We're going to have a screen set up. Bang, we're going, and we're rocking and rolling, right? So you see it. They pull this guy, and they show the run to that side. They release these guys to the backside. So you've got a little of both things going. Now we've got the screen out there, and we got a nice little chunk play. So the cat and mouse of playing this game is defense, you're going to try to hold and disguise. Offense, you're going to try to come up with some things where you get the ball out of your hands quick, or you use your cadence to be able to alert things based on whether you see them adjusting or not. And so these are the cat and mouse things that you're going to see in this game between Tom Brady and the Dallas Cowboys defense. All right, so here we go again. All right, here's another tool. What is the tool? All right, so you're going to see a lot of teams do this. All right, they're going to take their back, and we've already seen it a couple times. What? They motioned him outside, and they ran Tom Brady's favorite play, and they had him on the one step and the double seams and all that, right? Looks exactly the same. We're getting into an empty set. We're motioning him to the outside. But what you're going to notice on this play is what? They bring Leonard Fournette out, and then they bring him back. What are they doing? Why are they putting him out and bringing him back? Well, It's another indicator of what we get. So we're looking to see here, does one of these guys match to Leonard Fournette? When he goes outside, does one of these guys go outside? Because normally when that happens, that's letting us know we get man-to-man coverage. If it was zone and he went outside, this corner would probably bump outside. These guys would adjust as if they were in zone. So it's another indicator for an offense. What are we going to do? Oh, see, somebody's chasing him. Now I'm going to move him back. What's Tom do? Goes right to his helmet again, right? Alert, 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 alert. All right? So I know this guy's in man-to-man coverage right there. So now he points out Micah Parsons, number 11, saying, hey, we're going to go block him. We're going to make sure that we block him in this particular scenario. I know I've got man-to-man, and we are in good shape right here. I'm alerting to a man-to-man beater. And there you go again. What is it? Oh, surprise. We're going to go with the slant flat one more time because we like that combination. We're going to get the ball out. We get the one-on-one. We're going to turn the corner once again. So we got all kinds of tools. The alert tool. We've got the motion tool to be able to see if we've got man or zone. We've got our cadence to see if these guys are holding in their position or running back. We've got the quick snap. All the little things that veteran guys do to get indicators on what the defense is doing so we can attack accordingly. All right, so we see it again, right? Motion. We're going to motion. We motion there. These guys run across. Gives us a pretty good indication that we're going to be in man coverage. Okay, they're walked up showing blitz. All right, so they did go to man coverage, but they got Tom here. All right, so they're going to run a play where we're going to run down here and we're going to try to rub Micah Parsons so we can go and flip it out to our back right here if we want to go to that side. The other side, we're running, I think it's a triple slant combination. Oh, actually, we're running that same thing. We got man, we got slant, we got flat, and then we've got an inside slant right here. So what's going to happen is they're walked up here showing blitz, and this guy's going to pop out. So I'm a guy that when I see any kind of man-to-man and I've got this slant flat, I like to read out here. I don't like to read this inside guy unless I just know without a doubt that I've got a free runner off coverage and it's just going to be a free hitter and I can verify what's going on here. They fooled Tom right here, right? Knew he had man-to-man, knew all that stuff, but he never verified that they weren't popping out. Stay outside. Stay away from the junk. In this day and age, right, so many different guys can pop out and bring pressure because all these guys are very versatile. If you can stay away from the box on your read when you've got man-to-man or some sort of simulated pressure, stay away from it. Tom stays away from it here. Boom. He's got a big play to this slant right here to Julio Jones. Instead, he's trying to force it into a tight window inside. And with them doing that, the guy popping out gets the interception right there. So we go the back and forth, the back and forth, the back and forth. Who can fool who and who can make more plays when we do it? All right. Pressure. Pressure. All right. So we've got to motion out here. We're going to free release our back. So we free release our back. That means we're only going to block 5. 1, 2. All right. We got 1, 2 right there. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 going to the backside. Now, this is a little bit dangerous because number 11 is stacked inside. So what do we do when we've got a 5-man protection and we're in this particular look? We're going to slide these backside 3 guys there. As these 2 front side guys set, we are looking at this guy right here. So Micah Parsons, if Micah Parsons blitzes right here, we're going to try to, on the front side, do what we call a squeeze. So we're going to squeeze down, and we're going to try to squeeze down and leave the furthest guy away as the hot guy for Tom Brady. So Tom Brady's got to come back, and he's got to see Micah Parsons. He's got to know if Micah Parsons comes, I'm hot, I'm going to have a free hitter to the front side. So Tom doesn't verify that right here. You see the right guard does a good job of squeezing down. Now he leaves this guy in the B gap because we don't get the squeeze down from the tackle. So that guy's coming really, really quick. On this side, you see it. We've got press over there. And Tom's looking back to this side, waiting for his guy to run the choice route. Here's the quick hitter. Here's the hot. You're hot off to the right-hand side. Tom Brady's got to see this, get the ball out of his hands to his back. Instead, he's getting hit, forces an errant throw, missed an opportunity right there for a big play, but it's that cat and mouse of pressure. So now we've seen a couple plays where Dallas got Tom with the pressure. They popped out one, got the interception. This time, they forced a squeeze, and they get a hit on Tom Brady. Don't get the sack, but they get a hit and an errant throw instead of him staying out the front side. All right, this is where Dallas had the most success. So they came down and they got into the red zone. Only one touchdown for Tampa in the red zone. And what they did was they simply rushed 4 guys. Okay, they put number 11 on the edge. One of the edges, let him rush. And we're going to drop back into coverage with all these other guys. And we're going to try to force Tom to hold it. And we believe number 11 is going to win that battle. And there he does right there. Wins that battle. Tom's trying to get it out quick. There's nothing. Now he does buy a little bit of time right there and gets a short little completion down in the red zone. But here we go again. 4 rushers. There's number 11. And we're going to drop everybody back into zone and force Tom to hold it down here in the red zone, not give him man-to-man, and make it some easy, quick throws. So here we go again, right? Here we go again. Dropping everybody back. Parsons wins that one-on-one battle and gets the sack down here in the red zone, keeping them out of the end zone. Same idea here. Micah here to the left-hand side, dropping everybody else out. Bodies everywhere. Tom's got to hold it. Micah gets home. And this is how they were able to have success in the red zone and hold Tom Brady and company to a bunch of field goals. All right. Next matchup that we want to watch for in this game is going to be Mike Evans, Trayvon Diggs. All right? So, what do you got to do to Trayvon Diggs, right? He's really good at playing the ball. He's really good at short stuff. He wants to jump the short stuff. He's got great instincts. So he's always got his eyes in the backfield. So, to me, how you attack Trayvon Diggs, there's a couple ways. But the first way is I don't want to run a bunch of quick routes at him. And I don't necessarily just want to run go routes at him because those are 2 things that he's really, really good at. You want to try to get him with the intermediate stuff, okay? So, you know, you get these cornerbacks that are sitting there at 8 or 10 yards. You want to push them past that point, and you want to make them think you're going deep, and then you want to hit them with that 15 to 18-yard stuff. So you're going to see Mike Evans right here, and he's going to run a corner route or a deep out, right? See? There, he gets the hips turned. That's the key with Trayvon Diggs. You got to get him to turn his hips. He will turn his hips and look back at the quarterback. When you get that, that's when you have the opportunity to beat him. You get him running back, boom, turn the corner, and we get a nice chunk completion right there against Diggs. All right, the other way is likes to play with his eyes, right? Likes to jump the quick things, double moves. Everybody's double moving him. So you'll see he's reading this guy. Once this guy turns the corner, his eyes go back to Tom Brady because he's ready to go jump the ball when it comes out of Brady's hands and go get an interception. So right here, boom, oh, we got him. We got a step on him. He's great. He's got good catch-up speed. He's got great length. Little help from the safety right here, and he gets his hand on it at the last second. But be ready for a double move or 2 in this game to keep Diggs thinking. All right. Said, not a lot of man-to-man down here in the red zone. They had success playing zone and rushing 4. They did give him man-to-man. In this particular case, Diggs and Evans over here on the side. 1-step fade. Boom. Great one-handed catch by Evans on the fade, but that'll be a great matchup when they do go one-on-one. Who's able to win that battle on Monday night? All right, so there's a little preview of this Monday night game, rematch of week number 1, and some things to pay attention to, right? Pay attention to that specific play, Tom Brady's favorite play. They're going to run that numerous times, and he'll throw it to different guys based on the different coverages, but something to pay attention to that and the compliments that go with it. Pay attention to the cat and mouse game of Dan Quinn and the defense of the Cowboys and Tom Brady, going back and forth, the different fake motions, the long cadence, going to the helmet with the alerts. That whole battle is going to be key, especially with pressure and no pressure. They got Tom with some pressure looks a couple times in this game. That's going to be a key component. Can they get to him? Can they fool Tom Brady a couple times, and can they get an interception? Can they get some easy points off of that? And then, of course, down in the red zone, right? In the red zone, do they give Tampa Bay some man-to-man coverage and give them some opportunities with their playmakers, or do they sit back and play zone and say, hey, number 11, Micah, we're going to put you on the edge. You go get the quarterback. We're going to hold up long enough. We're going to give you 3 or 4 seconds on the back end, make it hard on Tom Brady so you can get home and we can hold them to field goals. With the way Dallas has been scoring, you have to think they're going to score more than 3 points. They're going to get a couple touchdowns at least. So if they can continue to hold Tom Brady to field goals defensively, they have a chance to go in there and knock off the number 4 seed Tampa Bay Bucs.